Hey, what is up guys? BAKBossman here, and I got some great news for you Sony PS4 guys. The PS4 takes the lead in the next-gen console war with 4.2 million sales. This report coming from Forbes a day after the Xbox One said they sold 3.3 million units. Now that was a staggering number, but to add 0.9 to that, or 900,000 more units, that is crazy. The PS4 has sold 4.2 million, 0.9 million more than the Xbox One, or 900,000 if you could do math correctly and, convert that. So, having sold 4.2 million units in 2013, and now that is only 2013. Granted, we're only a week into 2014, but that is still crazy to think that the PS4 has only been out since November 15th in North America and November 29th in Europe and everywhere else, except Japan, which is its own market, so I'm expecting to see a great number of sales from that. But just to think that short amount of time, say with Xbox One, to have these million sales, multi-million unit sales, multi-million dollars, maybe tens of millions of dollars here, and it's just crazy to think that the PS4 and Xbox One have demolished the Xbox 360 and PS3 sales when they first released in 2005 and 7, I think those are the years the Xbox 360. I think the 360 came out in 05 and the PS3 came out in 07, if I'm correct. But the console war, it's still, it will never be one console is better. Everybody will have their arguments, Everybody will be like, well, the Xbox One has this. The PS4 may not have that, but the PS4 may have a feature that the Xbox One doesn't have. So the console war will always go on. I don't think it will ever finish unless one console completely gets destroyed, as in everything, like, nobody buys it. It's just complete crap, stuff like that. But, there's many reasons why the PS4 sold more units, and I'm going to go over those right now. One, it's $100 cheaper, and the reason Xbox One is $100 more is because of the Kinect. Now, everybody's saying, well, the Xbox One has to come with the Kinect, yeah, but the PS4 doesn't, that's why it's $100 cheaper. But even if we bought the camera, it's still only $60, so we're still paying $40 cheaper than the Xbox One with our camera. And I have the camera now because I got it for Christmas, and I do have to say, it is very awesome. I love this thing, it actually, captures movement very well with the controller and your body. I haven't looked in the camera that much, but you don't have to use the PlayStation Move controllers, I don't think, anymore. I don't know for sure. I'll actually look into that after this. But yeah, so it's $100 cheaper. The PlayStation 4's hardware is is better than the Xbox One. Not so much, but it's a lot better. You've seen tests, side-by-side reviews, stuff like that, better processor, more, you can change the hard drive, for crying out loud. That is pretty awesome. Eventually, I think with next gen consoles, they should make it like where you could change all the parts out, and like kind of like you could do with a PC, but it's a console, what I'm saying? It's a console, and also another thing is with next-gen consoles, there's not that many games. There's not a whole lot of games on the market right now for every console. So Xbox One and PS4. So you can expect something of a publisher race, a developer race to fill that void. So a lot of developers are probably doing so much work right now trying to get games out, because the faster you have your game out, the more sales it's gonna have. You want to be that first game out. When there's not that many games out, there's many more people who will buy your game literally just to play it. It could be the crappiest game in the world and people will buy it because they want more games. So the faster they get their games out, the more sales they're gonna have, and that's how they're thinking. So as it goes on, I'm very excited to see sales I'd say June, I think that's when E3 is, if I'm correct. I'm really excited to see PlayStation 4 and Xbox One sales at E3, because they will release more sales. I think by then, both consoles will be in the tens of millions. That is my prediction. I do think that will happen because they're at 3.3 and 4.2 million units right now. And that was at the end of 2013. 7 days has passed, so I'm going to say PlayStation 4 is at least at 4.4 million now, maybe 4.5. And I'm going to say Xbox One is at 3.5, 3.6, around there, maybe 3.4. I don't know. But, PlayStation 4 is hard to obtain at this time. Also, PlayStation 4, I said this earlier, has not released in Japan. So you can expect a few million sales out of there because that is their home market. That is where Sony is based, if I'm correct. So yeah, I'm really excited to see. They announced that today, their sales numbers at Consumer Electronics Show 2014 or CES 2014. So you guys, I'll leave the link to the Consumer Electronics Show or CES website in the description. Also the Forbes article where you can see everything that I just said. So guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, be a boss.